Good afternoon, children. Welcome to science class. In the last class, we studied the structure of the flower, its parts, and the functions of the flower. So, now today we'll move on to the next topic, that is the fruit and the seed, children. So, now before going to the fruit and seed, we'll just recall what we have learned in the last class. So, we learned that the flower changes into a fruit. So when we just recall the parts of the flower, the first part, there are four whorls in the flower. The first whorl is called as the sepal. Sepal, it helps in the protection of the bud, and the second whorl is the petal, which is colorful and it attracts the insects for the pollination. The third whorl in the flower is the stamen. Stamen is the male part of the flower. So each stamen has two parts, that is a bag-like structure called anther and a long tube-like structure called filament. So this filament, it provides support to the anther. So this anther, a bag-like structure, it produces pollen grains, and these pollen grains, they take part in the reproduction, children. So now the fourth whorl of a flower is a pistil or carpel. Pistil, it is a female part of the flower. So now it has three parts. The stigma, it is the stigma at the top, the style in the middle, and the ovary at the base. So now, after learning the parts of the flower, just we learned that what is pollination. Yes, what is pollination? The transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. The process of the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of the flower is called pollination. So, after the pollination process, that is the stigma, it receives the pollen grains, and when it receives the pollen grains, it germinates, and each pollen grains, it grows into a tube and called the pollen tube, and this pollen grains, it is transferred from the stigma through the style, that is through the pollen tube, and it reaches the ovary, children. And ovary, it bears a small ball-like structures called ovules. So now the pollen grains, they fuse with the ovules. The pollen grain, when they fuse to the ovules, we can observe that seeds are formed. Okay. So now, after learning the structure of the flower, we learnt that the functions of the flower also. So now we'll move on to our next topic, that is, as we know that the flower, it changes into a fruit. Now when the pollination takes place in the flower, the pollination takes place and the fertilization, that is the fusion of the male pollen grains and the female ovule, the fertilization takes place. So now after the fertilization takes place, we can observe that the seed is formed, and here we can observe the ovary which was present in the base of the flower, children. Okay, so this ovary, it grows into a fruit. So now here you have to remember that the flower, after the process of the process of pollination takes place in the flower, the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of the flower. After the pollination, what happens? The fertilization takes place, that is the fusion of the pollen grains and the ovules. When they fuse together, that is after the fertilization process, what happens? The ovary which you have learnt here, just I'll draw it and show you. This you have learnt in the last class. This was the ovary, children. Okay. And here we have the ovules inside the ovary. Yes. When the fertilization takes place, the ovary, which is the outer part, okay, this, what happens, this changes into a fruit. Yes. So now what is fruit, children? How can we define the fruit? This is nothing but a fruit is defined as a mature or ripened ovary. When the ovary is ripened, okay, as the fertilization takes place, it is ripened and it is called a fruit. It is called a fruit. So we will define the fruit as a mature or ripened ovary. So the fruit is nothing but the ovary, children. Okay. So now a fruit, here you can observe this tomato, it is called as a fruit. So here this fruit, it is a fruit, and how can we define a fruit? It is defined as a mature or ripened ovary. When we take up the apple, we can observe that the apple, it is also this whole part what we are seeing, this fruit, okay, this is nothing but the ovary. This is the ovary of the flower, okay. So the mature or ripened ovary, yes, it is ripened and it is now called as the fruit. Now after the definition, now we'll move on to the functions of the fruit. Yes. So the first function is the fruit, it protects the seed, children. It protects the seed. We know that the inside the fruit, yes, the ovules which are present inside this ovary, this it forms the seeds. So now the fruit, it is protecting the seed against injury and other climatic conditions. Yes. So now in the apple we can observe the seed. So this is the seed. Here you can observe the seed. Yes. So this is the seed, and this whole part what you are observing, this is the ovary. So it is the fruit, and this fruit, it protects the seed against the injury or other unfavorable conditions, climatic conditions. So now the next, we'll move on to the next function. The next function of the fruit is it helps in the dispersal of seeds. So the seeds are being dispersed in the environment. So with the help of the fruit, we can observe that the seeds are dispersed in the environment. So it helps in the dispersal of seeds. So in some fruits, what happens, the fruit, it dries and it splits open. Now when we take up the, here this is the beans, okay, the beans, it is a fruit, children, it is the fruit of the plant, of the beans plant. And here inside we can observe the seeds of the beans plant. These are the seeds of the beans plant. The seeds are present inside this. I have removed this, okay. So this is the beans, this is the fruit, and inside we can observe the seed of beans plant, bean seed. We call them as beans seed. Now here, when this, in some plants we can observe that the fruit when it dries, it just opens, it splits opens, and the seeds are dispersed in the environment. And when the seed, it gets the suitable conditions, what happens, it grows into a new plant, okay. So now the next function of the fruit, is the fruit, it stores food material. Yes, The fruit, it stores the food material. You have to remember, it stores the food material. As we can observe that in the here the fruit, it stores the food material for the seed. Okay, as in case of the, now we are taking the fruits as a food in our daily life. So here, as the we are taking the fruit, the different kinds of fruits in our daily diet, it acts as a food material to us. Okay, children. So it is, as it stores the food material, we are taking it in our daily diet. Okay, so this is the one function of the fruit. So now, as we are taking it, okay, this fruit is also the edible part. We call it as edible. Edible means we can, it is, we are able to eat it as a food. Okay, so it is the edible part of a plant. Edible part of a plant. Okay, children. So these are the four functions of the fruit. So what is a fruit? Fruit is a mature or ripened ovary, and the function of the fruits, what is the function of fruits are, first one, it protects the seed against the injury, next, and other climatic conditions. Second one, it helps the seed in the dispersal of seeds. Next, the third one, it stores the food material. Next, as the food material is stored, it is the edible part of the plant. So now, after learning the fruit, now we'll move on to the next topic, that is the seed, children. Now we know that where the seeds are present inside the fruit. Where they are present? They are present inside the fruit. Yes. Yes. Seeds are present inside the fruit. So how will you define the seed? Seed, it is a hard structure. Small, hard structure. Yes. So it is a small hard structure present inside the fruit. Now we can observe that inside the seed, in the 5th standard you have learned about the germination of seed. Okay. Now this seed, it contains, as it is a hard structure, children. Okay. Inside the seed we can observe a baby plant. What we can observe, children? Inside the seed, a baby plant is present. Okay, and this seed, it stores the food material for the baby plant. It stores the food material for the baby plant. Okay, now what is a seed? Seed, it is a small hard structure, and in this seed it contains a baby plant, and this seed, it stores the food material, for its growth. Okay, so now here I have shown you, just now I have shown you the seeds of the bean seed. These are the beans seed. Now you can observe, these are the small hard structures, and when we observe this, the seed, children, okay, here we can observe that it contains a baby plant. Just I want to show you the baby plant, as it is white in structure. It's not visible to you, children. Here you can observe, just I'll color it here. See here the two leafy structures, and here you can observe this part. Yes, the two leafy structures which are present here. Yes, the two leafy structures, you just open the seed in your home and just observe. Yes, in the seed, in the bean seed, you can observe the two leafy structures present. Yes, Here, just hold it here. Listen, you can see here the two leafy structures. Yes, the two leafy structures which are present is, and this is attached. This is the baby plant. This is the baby plant which is present inside the seed. Okay, children? And this baby plant, when this seed, seed gets a suitable conditions, okay? So this baby plant which we have the seed. So each and every seed, it has a baby plant inside the seed, children. Two structures are present, and this part is attached to the seed. And here you can observe, just I have opened this seed. It was the seed was like this. I just opened it. You can observe this to show you the baby plant. So the small structure which comes out of the ear, you can observe this one. See here, this one, it is already facing towards the soil, that is towards the gravity. So the first structure which comes out of the seed here is the root. You can observe it is already facing towards the soil. So when this seed gets the suitable conditions, that is the warmth, temperature, air, sunlight, okay, and suitable soil, the water and minerals, when it is sown it in the soil, you can observe this baby plant starts growing, and the small the outgrowth you can observe, okay, that comes out, and this becomes the future root. So it starts growing. So the first we can observe the small outgrowth which comes out of the seed. Here you can observe already carefully. You open this bean seed in your home if you have, and just open it and see. You can observe the two leafy structures inside the seed, and a small outgrowth coming out from the seed, and this is facing towards the soil. So this is the first, this is the future root, the small leafy structure which is attached to it. As it grows, okay, so it becomes the future shoot, and it grows towards the sunlight, and this grows towards the gravity, okay. And here I told you just now that the seed, it stores the food material. So here you can observe these are the two cotyledons. These are the two cotyledons that are present in a seed. So the two cotyledons, they store the food material. So the baby plant, these are the two cotyledons, these stores the food material. So inside these cotyledons, we can observe that the food material is stored. So the baby plant which is present here, okay, this baby plant gets the nutrition, or from this cotyledons, and it starts growing, and this, yes, as it germinates and it gives rise to a small young plant, it is called as seedling. Okay, children? Yes. So when the seed finds the moist soil, it germinates and it gives rise to a young plant. So the young plant, we call it as the seedling. Then it grows into a full grown plant, and it produces the fruits and the flowers and fruits. Understood? So here we just now you have learnt. Now when we see the germination of seed, this is the bean seed. Okay. So in the bean seed already we can observe the small outgrowth coming like this, and two leafy structures are present. This is called the baby plant which is present inside the seed. So when this baby plant, when it is sown in the soil, and when it gets the suitable conditions, okay, so now we can observe the seed coat. First the seed coat which is present, yes, the seed coat. So when we remove this, the seed coat, just here you can observe, this is the seed coat of this one. Okay, children, this is the seed coat. We can remove the seed coat of a seed. So this seed coat, it protects the seed. So here you can observe, this is the seed coat. Here you see here Already the small outgrowth you can observe here coming out from the seed. So this is the future root. So when this seed, it opens up when it gets a suitable conditions, becomes dry and it just opens up, and the seed, what happens, slowly as it takes the nutrition, as it gets the moisture, and it starts the outgrowth starts growing towards the soil, and the leafy structures that are present inside the seed starts growing into a shoot system. So in the germination of seed, you have learned that, as we can observe, small outgrowth starts growing, and this becomes the future root. Okay, and here in the next stage you can observe the stem starts growing, and here the root starts growing. Okay, and as the days pass, you can observe the stem which was growing, it starts growing towards the shoot system, towards the sun, and here you can observe the root starts growing. Okay, and it fixes to the soil, and the cotyledons which were present, slowly they become dry and they fall off from the plant as it becomes the leaves are produced in this. Okay, as it becomes a full grown plant. Okay, so now it is, as this is the young plant, we call it as the seedling. Yes. Now after some days, what happens? This cotyledons, as it becomes a young plant, this, as it gives the nutrition to the plant, it slowly what happens? It dries and falls down from the plant, children. So now, and then it grows into a fully grown plant, and it produces flowers and fruits. So this is the germination of seed into a young plant. Okay. So now after learning this, we will move on to the functions of the seed. Now, what are the functions of the seed? So now, as we know that just now we saw the baby plant is present inside the seed. So the seed, what it is doing, children, it is protecting the baby plant. The seed, it protects the baby plant. Okay, it protects the baby plant which is present in the seed, and it also, the seed, it also gives nourishment. That is, nourishment is nothing but it helps. It gives nourishment, means the food material. Okay, the food material which is present in the cotyledon. So it gives nourishment for their growth, for the growth of the root and for the growth of the shoot. So the seed, it gives nourishment for their growth, and development of a young plant. Now next, what happens? The seed, it helps in the distribution of the species of plants and for their better growth. The seed dispersal. Yes, as we have learned that the seeds are dispersed or scattered as the plant grows. We can observe through, with the help of wind, rain, with the help of insects, the seeds are distributed in the environment through the agents. As the seeds are dispersed, what happens? The species, that is the same plant, is, we can observe the species of the different plants and in the environment. Okay, children. So the seed dispersal helps in the distribution of species. As the seeds are dispersed in various areas, we can observe the distribution of species of plants. different species of plants. It may be species means it may be the apple plant, mango plant, coconut plant, papaya plant. So the different species of plants, what happens, the distribution takes place for their better growth. Seed dispersal helps in the distribution of species of plants for their better growth. So these are the functions of seeds, children. So what is a seed? Seed, it is a small hard structure that contains a baby plant, and the seed, it stores the food material. When the seed gets suitable conditions, the moist soil, temperature, warmth and air, okay, so and it grows into a small young plant, and this young plant is called as seedling. So now yes, and this young plant, then again it grows into a full grown plant and produces flowers and fruits. So after learning the functions of the seed, so what is the first function of the seed, children? The first function of the seed is it protects the baby plant. Okay, it protects the baby plant, it gives nourishment for the growth, and it helps in the seed dispersal. When the seeds are dispersed, what happens? The distribution of different species of plants takes place, and now we can observe the distribution of the plants in each and every area of in the environment. Now this is the function of seed. So till now we have learnt the different that is the root system and the shoot system. In the shoot system we have learned the stem, the leaf, the flower, the fruit and the seed, children. So this is about the structure and function of living organisms, plants. So we have completed the lesson, children. In the next class we will move on to the next lesson, that is lesson number 9. And okay, so till then, thank you, children.